Poker is awesome. It's great.
Poker is absurd.
Where else in any other sport that you love, can you play in the biggest, event in the world?
Joe Blow can turn $10 into $1 million.
Poker's a fun game that requires a certain amount of skill, a certain amount of bluff, and a whole lot of luck.
You don't have to be physically strong. You don't have to be extremely intelligent. It's an everyday game for an everyday man.
It's a roller coaster.
It is.
Poker is great when you win and horrible when you lose.
Poker is good, bad, and very ugly.
Poker is something you should do for fun and not for living.
It's a living. It's they say it's a tough way to make an easy living.
And that's that I love it.
It's like sex. Everybody thinks they're the best, but only a few know what they're doing.
Welcome to the world-class Atlantis Resort here in the beautiful Bahamas for the Canadian Poker event of 2006, the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship. This is the place where 100 finalists from Canada, the US, and around the world will battle for the title. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Scharf. This is it. The calm before the storm. We are moments from action getting underway. Lots of excitement in the air. We'll be back with the action in minutes. You're watching the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship.
Welcome to the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship here at the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. When you see the full access logo right here, you are getting unprecedented behind-the-scenes footage from the glitz at the head table to intimate moments with the players.
She doesn't like interviews.
Okay.
Even though she is the only female tournament director in the world.
I'm Tina Teggart, and this is a CGTV Poker Moment, and I'm here with Meg Patrick, who is the only female tournament director at this level?
Yes, at the pro level. There's actually a few that coordinate events, but I'm the only working female tournament director with my business partner, Jim Miller. Everyone here knows deuce to seven, triple draw, low ball, Raz, seven stud, Omaha, Texas Hold'em, Chinese, pot limit, no limit, some limit. Keep the button away from the logos for two reasons. You don't want to look stupid because you lost the button in the white.
Yeah.
Okay? I've seen it happen. Bro. Let anybody be heard saying, oh, that's not my job. I promise you, I have enough in my wallet right now to buy a return ticket within an hour. There's a lot of difference in any male-oriented industry. As a female, it may take you a little longer to earn the respect, but once you've got it, you're pretty solid.
You're solid. Thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
This has been a CGTV Poker Moment.
In the opening moments of the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship, of course, at the feature table, our tournament host, TJ Cloutier, ex of the Montreal Alouette Football Club. TJ is real well known as being generous with his time.
For the future, right? You're gonna bet 200. Just take two of these. Most guys that are online players and stuff, they always like to use the little chips and add them up.
I'm sorry.
It's all the same money, believe me. It's my first time. That's why I was trying to let you know. I figured it might be. But most of them do it when they get in live action because they're used to pressing a button.
TJ helping Jeff Cazal out with a few tips. He's looking at 8-4. He's got nothing on the button, nothing at all.
Raise to 200.
Why wouldn't you? You're TJ Cloutier.
Just this one.
Just this one.
First button steal of the day.
Yeah, well.
First button steal of the day.
Could have been, and then again it might not be.
Wait till March or May or whatever. TV show comes around.
They won't show that hand, believe me.
Maybe.
You gotta have some juice to the pot before they'll show it.
Here's a great story. Steve Wolf, 19 years old, from North Olmsted, Ohio. Who is Steve's poker hero? His hero is TJ Kluche.
My name's Stephen Wolf from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I'm pretty young. You know, started playing online poker as soon as I turned 18. Signed up on Party Poker and just took off from there. I'm on the uphill right now. I'm building the bankroll, like I said. You know, I played in a 550 satellite yesterday and came in first in that, so I picked up 5,000, which is pretty nice. You know, so I'm already up for the trip.
We're back to more poker and the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship.
They showed the hand when I had the ace-5 against the ace-king, but they didn't tell you that I had 3/4 of the chips and he only had 1/4. They don't. A lot of the stuff fans don't realize.
Well, sometimes you see it and the chips that big. The next hand you see is like level.
Everyone's holding garbage in this hand, except for ace-king on the button for Steve. Raised from middle position by Ray Sanchez. TJ mucks the Jack-10, and Steve calls. He flat calls on the button with his ace-king. I'm not real fond of the flat call with Big Slick. Not the end of the world, but wouldn't be my favorite play. Let's take a look at the flop. Steve's got position and the better hand. Swedish Pro Ray is going to put out a standard continuation bet. See if his opponent's got anything. See if his opponent wants to play back at him. Steve says not yet. I'll let my ace-king go. And Ray's got the second steal. A lot of guys I talk to pick Ray Sanchez as the best player in the field, sitting just to TJ's right with the second steal of the day. If there's a theme to the tournament, it's age versus youth. TJ Kluche, the old Texas road gambler, up against the new young internet pro. There's Ray Sanchez, internet pro from Sweden. Young guy, great player. Youth versus wisdom. David Winters, graduate student. Picked up pocket aces in the big blind, the hand you dream of. Steve Wolf on the cutoff has picked up king-queen offsuit. Everyone else holding junk. They're going to fold around to Steve.
Raised to 150 total.
150 to go. Button folds, small blind folds. Just David with aces.
Raise the 3.
He's not going to slow play him. He's going to put a re-raise in. Steve with position in king-queen. King-queen's a very difficult hand in no limit.
Heads up.
You can easily lose some big pots. Hard to win a big pot with king-queen. He's hit a queen on the flop, and that's when it could be big trouble. And David is coming out betting 400. He's just going to get a call from Steve. Turn doesn't help Steve. He thinks he's got the best hand. He's got top pair, king kicker.
Check.
David checks his aces. Gives him the bait. Steve takes the bait. He thinks his top pair good. I would think so. He's checked you on the turn. You've represented the queen. He's checked to you. Very, very hard here for Steve to win a big pot, but he certainly could lose a big pot to the aces. What does David want to do now that he's got the fish on the line? You see a player think for a long time.
2,000.
And then raise. You got to be suspicious. 1,000 back on the check raise to Steve, who calls. He calls too quickly. Pause and think about that, Steve, next time. What's he got? He's either bluffing you or you're in big trouble. River card. Miss. David's aces are still good. If he puts out a small bet, I think that... oh, he's going to check. He's going to show it down.
Queens, trays, king kicker. Aces,
That wasn't
trays,
two aces,
queen.
I was quitting poker. But I had you.
TJ's seeing through the cards. That's why he's TJ.